Shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving our praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakadash. I want to give a double honors to the elders and to the apostles of GMS Great Millstone, who do rule well in the citation of the hope for elect. It's the brother Damawal from the GMS Cleveland branch coming back with another video, and I praise lesson be edifying. As you can see in the title, it says Gentrified Menu, all right, and this is a key word, all right, to let you know that it's whitewashed, all right, and this is what the white man does. He's tried to change words and terms so they won't hit the same, all right, but it just is, it have just as much as evil intentions as the original words that this man always tried to hide or run from or change. All right, and we're going to show you today that him gentrifying things is nothing new. He even did it to the Lord and to the Lord's people. Okay, and that's what we've been trying to tell you, warn you people of the so-called white man. All right, but now pertaining to Isaiah 47. All right, this is a time now with Babylon. All right, which is America. All right, Babylon the Great. Okay, and the ruler of this place is going to start not being able to hide himself. All right, meaning that the tactics, all right, the things that this devil have used in past times is not going to work anymore. All right, the people is going to see his magic or see the scheme as soon as he does it. All right, and this is another video showing you how the power of the Lord is really in the earth. All right, and everything in this book is real. You just got to understand what it's saying. All right, if he gave you the spirit to do so.
Whoa, it's a beautiful day to do these reactions, man. Listen, like it before you light it, hit the sub before you hit the bud, join the team before you hit the green. Dog, I found a funny-ass video to really, it's just gonna piss a lot of people off who don't look like me and you, but it is what it is, dog. So what prompted it was this first video. This Asian dude basically coming for white folks about how they are basically gentrifying their food. And this shit really had me laughing because he went in, bro. Hit the sub button and hype the video up, man, if you got some hypes left.
And these are the characteristics, right, of the enemy of the Lord. All right. These are the things that they will be doing, and these are the things that they been doing when you go into the Bible. All right. This is how we know that the so-called white man is Esau Edom. His whole characteristics is already spoken about 3,000, 4,000 years ago, and yet and still he's been sticking to the same characteristics throughout history and throughout time. So there's no denying who the so-called white man is. All right. Now, every white person is not an Edomite. All right. Some fathers go back to all other nations, right? Some go back to the Israelites, all right? But for the bulk of them, all right, they are the so-called white man and white woman that you see walking around here.
Over, bro. I need all the hypes. I need it like a crackhead need a pipe, you dig? That was my little fake Pookie impersonation. Don't unsub, bro.
Let's talk about black people in Asian business. I came across this video a couple of weeks ago, and it's a video of a black woman making oxtail pho. She made oxtail pho, not African noodles, not Asian soup with oxtail. Respect, solidarity. A perfect blend between boundaries and mixing of culture. Black people, Asian people. Now let's see what happens when these whites gets their powdery ass hands on our culture.
I love how he said these whites. Usually whenever we hear something along those lines, it's them saying those other people, whites.
And this is gonna be this heathen that you see right here, right? Which can be a Jake, right? But he look like he's from Moab, all right, which is what Chinese, okay? But what you have to understand is the one that's in charge, which is the white man. He's the basis of all men. All right, literally This nigga job is to take peace from the earth. All right, by any means necessary. It don't matter if he's running shit. He still is going to cause a reason. All right, for things not to go smoothly. Okay, even if he got all the advantages, he's still gonna treat you like he's broke and he needs your last $132. All right, this man whole design is to be a thorn in the sides of the people. Okay, and so understanding that these are beautiful times that the Lord is putting the spirit on all the nations to hate this man all at the same time. All right, and again, this gentrifying, he even did this to the Lord. All right, and we're going to get it.
Saying those blacks, those Hispanics, those illegals. You know what I'm saying?
Foremost, we got brothy rice. One of these white signature moves is that they would take people of color struggle meals and then rebrand it into some white fucking bullshit. Asians would eat broth with rice or whatever soup we have with rice because that's literally all we had at the time. Now, of course, with their full caucasity, they would come in and
I like that. He said caucasity. I like that.
colonize this whole concept and call it brothy rice. In this particular case of colonization, she calls it viral detox brothy rice. Bitch, do you even know what those words means? Now, I really want you guys to know.
And now we seeing these other cultures, all right, calling out the so-called white man and the tactics that this man used. All right, but real quick, because I quoted Revelation 6:4, and there went out another horse that was red. All right, that's symbolic for the so-called white man. All right, we've been telling you people he's not right. He's red. All right, and power was given to him that sat thereon. All right, so the power of the earth was given to this goddamn devil. All right, to take peace from the earth. Okay, and this is why this man does these things. All right, and then again, he changed up the words to try to soften the blow. All right, but it's the exact same shit. All right, instead of calling it lying, all right, this goddamn devil, all right, calls it their truth. All right, but these are the tactics of the devil. This is how you know that the whole woman movement and all that, it was given to him by who? By these goddamn crazy ass Satanists. All right, these so-called men in these roles that be meet behind closed doors. All right, because it doesn't even make sense. All right, from that standpoint, or to even how this man run this system. All right, if you don't come to the realization that this man whole destiny is to make you aggravated, right, is to make you go around the long way when nothing is stopping the short way. All right, you have to understand that this is the way that the Lord made this fool. All right, and Esau Edom, so-called white man, he is a fool. All right, but it says to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. All right, and also the sword, mainly the sword, goes into this devil's army. All right, but it also can mean other things. All right, because we know that he uses his policy as a sword. Right, he uses his laws as a sword. All right, when he want to convict a certain group of people, right, he follow their characteristics and learn what they like to do wrong, and then he'll make a violation, all right, for the specific group of people, all right, that will put you in prison for 20 years, all right, for stealing a candy bar. Okay, but he know that the system that he put into place won't give you a job because you're a felon. All right, so basically this goddamn devil set traps, all right, to get the people into these bonding contracts, all right, which is all a scheme. All right, this is the way this man run his country, because he was designed to take peace from the earth. He's not gonna do anything, even if it's as small as stealing one recipe and bring it back over to the U.S. and then calling it something else and then sticking his great uncle face on the front of the motherfucker, as if a white man could come up with such a versatility. All right, when it comes to cooking. All right, and this nigga can't even pick out a fucking decent outfit, let alone put together recipes and things of that nature. That's not their specialty. All right, they try to tell you that the American dish is hot dogs and motherfucking French fries and things things that people been making for years and years and years before America was even here. All right. So yeah, man, this man is guilty, and everybody's, hey,
Notice.
hey, everybody is showing their hatred for the so-called white people, man, in one way or another. All right, everybody got some bones to pick with this man. All right, and we love it. All right.
These are not even clan level whites, and they're already this bad. They're
Damn.
fucking pretentious, they're sanctimonious, and they think they invented all of this shit. Saying shit.
Right, right. You see, because that's the truth of the matter. That's what we've been telling you. All right, who these people are. Okay, and it's kind of funny that these heathen nations, all right, is gripping the understanding way before you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American does. All right, because y'all got that syndrome where y'all feel sorry for the ones that did the most damage to you.
Like one pot hot pot, Logan. Every hot pot is a one pot hot pot. Your brain is smooth as an egg. By the way, why are all the white twins just straight up evil? Now let's just stop for a second because I want to talk to all the black people that are watching this video.
Talk to
Despite what I've said at the beginning of this video, respect, solidarity, black people, this participation is from your end. I don't think I have to warn you guys at all to be careful around some Asians because sometimes when we participate, we got shit like K-pop. Yuck. Let me put it in a way you guys would understand immediately. A lot of Asians are really comfortable inside the house. There are 3 very big Asian creators on this app, and I'm gonna use these pandering ass pandas to describe to you exactly
I like this nigga, man. I'd like to buy you a beer, sir.
what I mean. First of all, they are not the New Age clan. That would be too simple. As a matter of fact, just like liberal whites, they are exactly what Malcolm X warned us about. You usually would not know that they're dangerous until they do shit like ignore stuff like this, or dogpile on an Asian lady when she's speaking facts. One of these Asian creators behaves exactly like...
Right, right. You see, and they're exposing the tactics of the devil. All right, because these white women, they have a crucial role to play, but it's amazing because if you ever watch them being devils towards you, they have an automatic sense to lie at the same point. All of them do this. They always lie at the same point in whatever situation that proves that you was right. All right, and that's why you gotta understand that the so-called white man and his ways and just who he is and living and breathing, we will never get peace in the earth if this goddamn man is not under subjection. All right, and even after the 1,000 years of slavery that he has to repay for what he did to the nation of Israel, right, and putting us in that slavery, right. That this goddamn man is good for nothing at the end of the day, all right? Because he's always going to bring in doubt. He's always going to bring, all right, a rebellious spirit. Even if everything is going good, even if there's no need to complain about anything, he's going to find a reason to do so. Because again, his spirit is contrary, all right, to living. Okay, anything that's like peaceful living, working things out. He's not part of that. All right. He's looking for a reason to utilize the skills that the Lord gave him, and that's what he uses. All right, which is what perception, persuasion, right, being subtle, right, backstabbing. All right, going over here telling them about them, and then watching the two fight each other, and then this nigga got a scheme to control everybody at the end of the day. All right, this is what this man does. All right, him and his people. Okay, but again, the Lord is making this man bear. All right, to the point to where all these heathen nations, all these other nations, all right, is figuring out the tactics of the so-called white man. Jeremiah 49:15. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. All right, and when you go into the chapter, it's going to the pride of the so-called white man. Okay, but the Lord is not allowing this devil to have that that halo that they used to have over themselves when they was able to make people think that they was a blessed people, right? Now we see them for the truth that they really are, and they just some bottom line, what you call it, cave dwellers, right? Right. That's really what they are. But this is what they do, right? Everything that was bad and was meant to be not regarded, this nigga has put it in some good light, or he make the people think that that's a delicacy. All right, the same thing that what they talking about him doing with the food, with lobster and things of that nature. All right, these are these are things you ain't even supposed to be eating, chitlins and shit like that. All right, this man is the one who made it possible to make you think that we got a culture where our people always ate pig shit or like pig intestines. Like that don't even make sense. Okay, but anyway. This is what this man does. Let's get this real quick. Job 13:4. It says, "But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value." Okay. And when you think about this man medical field, all right, because it said physicians, when you think about this man medical field, that same thing that he does with that. All right. Instead of healing you, he give you pills, or he create these drugs that would tear up the rest of your organs while you there to fix on your liver or something. He give you pills that's going to tear that up, including everything else, while making you pay for it. All right, but it's telling telling you that it's making you healthier when you never. The second you get on the prescription from them, it don't never just be for a minute. It be starting with that, and then a year later they don't know what's wrong, but now you gotta take another type of pill too, and then you turn around, you been coming to this goddamn doctor office for the last 20 years, and now you gotta take 20 pills a day. All right, but this is the way of the so-called white man. All right, everything is a scheme, everything is a rebranding, repackage. Matter of fact, let's look that up real quick. All right, this nigga should be the he should be the face of Repackage. Okay. It says simple past tense and past. Hold on, that's not what we're looking for. Let's go to the Merriam-Webster. See what it says. It says to package again or anew. I'd say repackager. Okay, let's see what it says in the etymology. All right, because this nigga will steal your culture and then repackages to you as if it was them the whole time. Package, it says the packing, Dutch baggage, the main modern sense. It's to package together. Package, to bundle up into a package or package. Okay, well, let's do this. Let's try this. Let's try to repack. Let's see what it says. It says also repack, to pack a second time, pack over again. So this man repacked the lies over and over and over again to fool the new generations the same way that he did the older generations. That's why they got a script that they don't change. All right, problem, reaction, solution. Okay, because the new generation is going to fall for it over and over again because the older generation don't never really get their point across. All right, because now they have it to where these youngsters think that it's foolish to listen to the elders in your family. All right, But the elders can tell you about the same tricks that he saw when he was your age. All right. They just repackage it. Okay. And change a couple words here and there. All right. But it all has the same, outcome. All right. At the end of the day. And that's to make you believe that the devil is your friend, basically. All right. Because that's what the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American think of the white man. All right. They think that he's here to help you. All right. And you can never bring up in time when this nigga has ever helped you. You cannot bring up a time. None of us can. All right. Even if it looked like it was to help. Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hand. All right. So again, every time this nigga had a chance, all right, to treat you fair or to let you win or to just even be neutral of the situation, he never does that. All right. Every deal that this man makes is in the interest of him and the family bankers. That's it. That's all. Verse 2, and they cover the fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. All right. And that's what the Moabite was talking about. All right. At least black people know how to keep things separate and respect people's culture. But what he say about the white man? As soon as this pale ass nigga get his hand on it, he want to repackage it as if he created this shit. All right. And this is what this man been doing. And let's get this closed out. All right. Because again, I made a statement that this goddamn white man, the so-called white man, he did this to the Lord. All right, so him refurbishing and repackaging and whitewashing everything, this is part of his characteristic. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, so-called white man. He cover up the faces of the judges. You see? This nigga whitewashed society. All right? With his rebirth, okay, this nigga whitewashed society. He took down the faces of how the angels look, how the Lord's Son looked, who the world you can call Jesus Christ, and then he put up some pale face ass, thin hair ass white dude and said that this is Jeebus. This is him. All right. He put up naked little babies and said that these are the angels. Lying to you. All right. Repackaged to you. Okay, so this ain't nothing new. It says the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He cover up the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is it? If it ain't the white man who does this in the world, what other race? Who else does this shit? No other race does this. Take down another nation and then paint themselves in the likeness of the nation that they took down. Don't know other people do this but the so-called white man. All right, and that's how we know that you're Esau Edom. Okay, so with that, I praise that was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakadash, Shalom.